All right, what's up, everyone? How's everyone doing today? Happy Thursday, happy Friday Eve. Let's go ahead and get the camera switched over and get ourselves situated. Let's get the party started. Let's. Where is the screen? There it is. Cool. All right. What's up, everyone? How we doing today? How we doing? Good to see everyone. Let's go ahead and pop up chat. Say hello. Say BetaBot. Hello. Can you please look at CRV USD, please? Absolutely. Once I get through the normal TA here, we'll definitely go ahead and take a look at that. Let's see. Druther, good day, ABC crew. Good to see you, my friend. How you doing? Strong P, how's it hanging? How you doing? FEK Nismo, good to see you, my friend. How you doing? Let's see. This looks like Strong P wrote something in German. What does that mean? Let's see. Good old Google Translate. Who would have thought that some people are like that? Interesting. What do you mean by that, Strong P? You don't have to, I mean, if you want to keep typing it in German, I'm not going to know what that means, but, let's see. Alif, how you doing, my friend? Let's see. Clap Show, sup, how you doing? Good to see you as always. Yeah, it's German for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Not you, Johnny. Who are you talking about, Strong P? Yeah, I'm curious now. I'm curious. All right. Before we get started, guys, I just want to give a shout out to today's sponsor of the stream, which is FairDesk. If you guys are interested in signing up, and especially with the new, the whole Bybit stuff going on, we'll go ahead and talk about that here shortly. But I am actually in a couple of swing trades when it comes to my setups when I'm taking on FairDesk. So I'm approaching the FairDesk trades a little bit differently. I'm basically going to be treating this as a swing account for me and just showing you guys what's possible when you're not being as aggressive, and also showing you guys, hey, if you have a little bit of money to play with, this is what is possible. This is what you guys can accomplish. So that's the goal with this, and shout out to FairDesk for sponsoring this video. If you guys do want to sign up, there are deposit bonuses, so please go ahead and check out the link in the first link in the description below. We'll greatly appreciate it. It would support me and the channel. And yeah, so especially if the whole Bybit stuff going on, I wanted to just take a second to talk about that. So I have had some conversations behind the scenes about what possibly is going on. All I'm going to say is based off what I know and based off what I've been hearing. First of all, it's nothing official yet. It seems like Bybit is trying to move in a direction or move and offer certain things on their platform that other exchanges have. All right, I kind of have a little bit of an inside scoop. I don't want to say too much just because it's not official public information yet, but based off what I've been hearing, it seems like Bybit wants to go in a direction that offers more services to the everyday person. And some of these services require heavy KYC in order to basically meet demands when it comes to regulators, rules, etc. So it seems like the way they're going about it is a little bit strange. I know if you guys haven't heard Kite talk about it, they're kind of not really making any official public announcements yet. They're kind of testing the waters when it comes to talking about it and allowing, just informing YouTubers or influencers ahead of time about what's going on. There's a couple different theories about that I have. Some of you might have heard before. I think it kind of seems like they're kind of testing the water to see how people are going to respond, and let the influencers talk about it versus actually making an official announcement through Bybit. So I'm currently looking at other platforms. I'm currently using FairDesk, and like I said, I think FairDesk is a decent option for you guys if you guys want to go ahead, because I'm pretty sure they offer high leverage. Yeah, they offer up to 125x on BTC. Now remember, guys, leverage is just a tool, and if you guys are going to use any of these exchanges, even Bybit, tread lightly, be careful. Do not ever put your entire account into one exchange. Even Bybit, things might be going well today, and stuff like this can happen tomorrow and things can change. So just regardless of what exchange you use, just be careful. Never deposit. Only deposit what you need to trade with. Use leverage as a way to go ahead and limit a portfolio exposure. All right, that's the most important thing. So just letting you guys know, if you guys do sign up through this link in the first link in the description below, it does come back to me. It does greatly support me in the channel, and it does allow the channel to keep being sponsored. So I would appreciate it. And yeah, so with that being said, I'll give you guys updates on what's going on. If things are going to be official, I will let you guys know. One of the things that is going on is there's going to be, I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to give away anything, but I'm going to get a inside scoop about what is going on behind the scenes. I'm just waiting to hear back on if and when that's going to happen, just to get more clarification from Bybit themselves. So once I get more clarification from Bybit, and as well as if I can get a green light to go ahead and talk about it more specifically, I will. But until then, I can kind of give you guys a vague idea of what's going on. I'll be real with you. I honestly don't think it's gonna last, because if they are going in that direction where from what I've heard, it doesn't really make sense, because I think they're trying to appease those who might have more money and might be able to use it, but they're risking a large majority of their customer base. Something I've heard of the stats, about 35 to 40% of all Bybit users are VPN users, regardless of what region they reside. If you can figure out where they reside, I would say a lot of them reside in the US. So if they're going to be losing 35 to 40% of their customer base because they want to implement certain things, from a business perspective, I don't think that's a smart move. I could be wrong. Maybe they have other things in mind, but just understand that if they do go this route, what I've been hearing, I know some people were talking about affiliate links and a lot of stuff. That's not what I've been hearing. Maybe that could be a part of it, but I don't think it's going to be long lasting if they do actually go through with it. I think they're kind of testing the water to see how people will react. If it gets enough negative feedback, if people start taking their money out and moving to other exchanges, I think they might, second guess whether they want to do that or not. But we'll have to just wait and see. Let's see. I hope ABC can use in the bull market too. Absolutely, BetaBot. Absolutely. In smaller time frames, yes, go with the trend and look for EMA pullback in ABC. Probably they also want to create a buy Bitcoin. I haven't heard that strong P, but that definitely wouldn't surprise me as well. But like I said, based off what I've been hearing, they're trying to implement certain things that require heavy regulation. So keep that in mind. I'll let you guys know once I get an official update. I am looking at other options. Even now, I am using Fairdesk. Even still, I'm still looking for backups just in case things happen. So without further ado, just want to get that out of the way. Just want to give you guys an update because I know some of you guys might be curious on what's going on the Bybit side. Let's talk about some TA here. So first things first, we've talked about this in the past. As of now, the key level for Bitcoin to hold below, if you're going to be bearish, is 29,191. Now, to me, I honestly think we're getting close to a top. I know some people might just think this is a pullback. It absolutely could be. I'm not saying that. I'm just on the side of we need at least a decent retracement. If we are going to be bullish, which I don't think we are because of timing, we need to have a significant pullback. We need to allow price to establish itself, establish supports, test supports, and go ahead and continue on upward. This trend that we've been going in is just basically up consolidation, up consolidation. We had this one larger pullback here, but besides that, I haven't seen any significant healthy pullbacks yet. So based on that, I honestly think that we're due for a larger pullback now. Is this pullback going to lead to a much larger swing to the downside? That is another question we can ask here. One of the things that I've talked about plenty of times in the past, one of the things that I will mention even now, is a couple different scenarios that I've been talking about over the past couple months or so. One is a more bearish case scenario. I know the top isn't perfect, but let's say we get one more hit to the high. Most bearish case scenario is that we actually got to go down and test new lows. It might take a while for us to get down there, but I think we are going to test new lows if price is going to be a little bit more bearish. Now, this is a more medium-term time frame bearishness, but over the course of the long term, I really want to see this in order for me to be, okay, you know what? I think this is a healthy completed ABC. I think the trend can definitely change, and to me, it would be a lot healthier of, I guess, of a way to end the bear market and go transition into a, a slow trending and eventually a, more extended bull, well, not more extended, but a bull run, kind of like what happened back in 2019. I just realized they're not going to have that price action. Back in 2019, 2020, something like this, I personally think we're in a phase right here, right? And then we're going to have to go ahead and pull back. Now, the COVID dump did not test new lows, but we did have a significant pullback. And to me, a dump like that will go ahead and allow us to kind of establish more supports and eventually move our way back up. And then eventually break new highs and go ahead and make the next run onto however high it wants to go. But for me personally, I just don't think it makes sense to go ahead and just keep going. If anything, we can probably test somewhere up to 48K if we really want to be kind of bullish. But if we do go ahead and test 48K, I'm going to be on the side of, if we do pull back, I don't think we're going to be putting in new lows. So if we completely reverse from here and we start making our way down towards new lows, I think we have a higher probability to. Doesn't mean that it's absolutely guaranteed. I go off of probabilities here. As well as, like I said before, if we do just put in a pullback and continue to pump and then reverse, I think the chances of visiting new lows do decrease significantly. So I'll be on the side of kind of putting in more of sideways price action, kind of putting in a larger ranging markets where we go ahead and test support, see how they respond, see how they handle, and then we can go ahead and eventually make our way back up to new highs. Like I said before, it really depends on how severe this pullback is going to be, and whether or not we're due for another run to the upside. So that's being said, that was the bearish option that I gave before. Let's go back to BTC and talk about I always forget that this is so much easier to do. There we go. All right, that's the most bearish case scenario. The most bullish case scenario is, like I said before, maybe we put in an ABC, we bottomed off of the smaller structure within the C, we put in a slight pullback, and we just keep going. Because of the timing of everything, now I don't necessarily talk about timing. I personally, the only thing I will consider when it comes to time and trying to time the market is the halvening. Right now, usually bull runs occur about 6 months after the actual halvening. 6 months after the halvening. We're not even close to the halvening yet. So just because of timing and all that stuff, that's the only thing I would say that kind of weighs heavily into my decision making at the moment. It's just the timing of everything. Now, could things change this cycle around? Absolutely. I'm not trying to sit here and say that it's dead set that we're going to follow that same path, but to me, like I said, it's based off of probabilities. It's happened almost every single time in previous halvening cycles, and it wouldn't surprise me if it happened again. So because of that, that's one of the main reasons why I'm a little bit hesitant to be overly bullish. I want to see a healthy pullback, and then I think, worst case scenario, if we do get lower lows, I'm going to be even more bullish in the longer term, just because I think that's healthy for markets to go ahead and test lower areas of support, eventually kind of create, how do I say this, kind of create ebbs and flows in the market. If we dump to 15K or even 10K right now, I tell you what, people are going to be very scared. That is going to present a lifetime for a lot of you who decide to stick around, or a lot of you guys who want to wait for lower lows to buy in. Now, it doesn't mean that we're going to necessarily go down to like 7K, 8K, some of these levels I've been hearing. No, all we technically need is a lower low past that 15K mark. And to be honest, I think if we are going to dump, because so many people are waiting for 10K, I think it's even more likely that we just put in a slight lower low and then just go ahead and start making our way back up to the upside again. So keeping that in mind, listen to you guys though. Let's talk about The other bearish idea is that we don't go ahead and put in new lows, but eventually we come down, put in a larger ABC to form a larger AB to a C wave. That's kind of where I'm also wouldn't mind going to, or at least wouldn't mind having BTC play out that way. But regardless of both sides, I personally think we're due for a larger correction. All right, let's talk about also the resistances that we kind of are important to keep an eye on. All right, to me, as of right now, we're currently below 29,191. Next resistance that we could go ahead and test, I'm sorry, I don't know why I stuttered there, is that 25,250. Above us, 32K. Above that, 42,950. Above that, 48. 52 is kind of a, I wouldn't say a significant resistance, but that is one that I'm keeping an eye out on. And then ultimately the highest peak, which is 69K. So there's a couple areas of resistance that do matter, that are important to go ahead and test. You know, we are currently back under 29,190, and to me that is pretty bearish in my opinion. Now, is that going to last? Probabilities as of now say yes, that we're going to continue down lower. We'll have to just wait and see. Let's see, support lines, which is also important to understand as well, is on the way back down. We could definitely find support around 26,525. Around this area of price action out here is definitely a valid area of support in my opinion. If we fail that support, the next logical step for me to go ahead and look for is 19,530. And then from there, ultimately the lowest low is 15,425. Maybe, I mean, I'll go ahead and add this one too, 17,625, which is back off of the previous A and that larger ABC within the C. But yeah, you know, we talked about each option. We talked about the levels. We'll talk about the entry again, you know, because I think we were fighting around this region last time I was streaming. I could be wrong, but we have an ABC here. And we are currently below. So as long as we're below, to me, probabilities for more downside are significantly higher. All right, let's see. What's chat doing? I haven't seen chat in a while. Let's see. Does Fairdesk limit US citizens? I haven't had any issues with Fairdesk. So for me, what I have seen and what I know, apparently one of the things that allows them, that allows US citizens to use Fairdesk with leverage is because they don't allow direct cash deposits. You have to deposit crypto. So because of that lack of, or because they don't have that gateway to get in, that kind of bypasses some of the rules to get into Fairdesk and allow you to use leverage in the US. Is that subject to change? Maybe. But as of now, that's what I've heard. They have, from what I've heard, they have also had legitimate paperwork, like they filed. And it's from what my research, the research I have done on Fairdesk before, you know, collaborating with them, it seems legit. It seems legit. Now, like I said, just because something's good today doesn't mean it's gonna be good tomorrow, or things can change easily within a day. So for me, I think it's a good platform to go ahead if you guys are in the US to try out. There's other ones out there that I'm looking into, but as of what right now, Druther, from what I know, there is no limits when it comes to US customers with leverage. I did not KYC. No, I did not KYC. You have to KYC to do copy trading, which I've been talking to someone from Fairdesk and they wanted me to do it. I'm like, I'm not touching that. I'm sorry. But you don't have to KYC in order to use Fairdesk. You need to KYC to use copy trading though. Let's see, parabolic, that's what I have on the chart. Dinosaur over. Johnny Mr. Wonder predicted it crazy. He is a Alessi Rostan. He is. Okay. I haven't seen. I know who Mr. Wonder is. I haven't seen him post any video updates in a while. But no, Driller, I did not KYC. But yeah, like I said, if you guys want to explore the options of what's available, I would appreciate it. But like I said, as long as we're below that level, and also keeping in mind the supports on the way down, you know, next stop is around 26,525 if we can't reclaim that that pivot. So we'll have to see what happens as we continue to develop. Ethereum, let's move on to Ethereum. So Ethereum pretty much is the same as last time. We got below that 2030 level. So to me, I am continuing to hold. I'm continuing to hold that short. I got wicked in. What was that? I think last two nights ago. Oh, it was last night. It was last night. Yeah. So I got wicked into that trade. Still holding it. And yeah. And once we understand what's possible with the larger term, I guess longer term possibilities, what could be going on, we can go ahead and kind of not plan, but look forward to what could be going on. In order for me to do that, you know, I need to go on a larger time frame and kind of show you guys what's possible. All right. Most bearish case scenario, A to a B to a C. We go ahead and test new lows. All right. We put in an ABC above 2030. We have reclaimed below that level. And to be honest, regardless if I think we're going to go to new lows or not, or even if it's a larger pullback, that's an ABC that you can't miss. So we'll see how price responds to that region. Hopefully we can get a continuation downward. I don't know why I did that. Object tree. All right, so this is more long-term bullish, medium-term bearish. Is that we did complete an ABC. We have bottomed, but we're gonna go ahead and put in a larger pullback. Hopefully, get a completed structure on the way down, giving us a little bit more of a bullish confirmation setup, and then continuing upward. And this will lead it to an A to a B to a C scenario. That's, like I said, that's a more medium-term bearish, longer-term bullish idea. Do I have any other ones? What's this one? Okay, no, that's just the setup that we're working on right now. All right, so let's talk about resistances. All right, pretty much on the way up, 2030. Besides that, 35.77. Besides that, about 48.75. That's pretty much it. To me, if ETH can remain above 2030 and start, you know, being more bullish and making another push to the upside, I personally think that 35.77 is more likely to be tested. Now that we're but now that we're maintaining below 2030, I want to talk about support regions that we got to go ahead and keep an eye out on. All right, pretty much. Besides, I mean, there's only a couple to keep an eye on and really look forward to as we make our way down, if we continue to make our way down. First is 1369. The next is 1071, and then ultimately the lowest low, which is around 875. Besides that, there's really nothing significant support wise. Like maybe you can do 1465, but that's, to me, 1369 is a more important support level for me. Let's see. That's pretty much it. I mean, you guys know as well, I'm also holding a long setup off of this. Off of that pivot around 1559. So I'm holding that long. If I get stopped out, it's not the end of the world. You know, I have shorts carrying me to at least make back the money that I was making up here. So I'm not letting that go until I get a nice continuation set up. For me, that's going to be something like on an hour or 30-minute, to where I can get a nice clear separation and trend and eventually come down and put in a pullback like that. If I can get something like that, I will take it off the table. But as of right now, we just don't have that. So let's see. Pretty much it for Ethereum. All right, so for LTC, I know we did fall, we did dump a little bit. You did have that ABC here, but to me, I wanted to wait till we got to 105.43. We could still get there. We're just not there at the moment. But as of now, I really don't have any other areas where I'm looking to short. John Old, you should grow mutton chops. I think you look sick. I can't. I can barely grow facial hair, Monk. I can. There's no way I can pull that off. No way. But besides that, LTC hasn't really been on my radar recently. Yeah, bullish option that we go ahead and maintain back above 104.27 and we continue to push. That's a little bit least on my list. Supports. I haven't, okay. All right, so 128, 103. So we're below that $90 support region, was based off of that wick here. So technically, if we keep going down, I think 65 is the next target. Anywhere 65 and 60, and then 47, and then ultimately the lowest low, 40. Let's see. Resistance is pretty much 105, 133, 296, and 415. These are based off of previous wicks here. Tops of larger trends. I mean, you could count some of these as possible resistances, but to me, 133 is the most reasonable for me if we can't get back above 105. But that's really it for LTC. Like I said, it hasn't really been on my radar recently. I am in a Cardano short. So hopefully if we can maintain below 4218, and now we are below the macro bullish pivot. To me, I'm going to be a little bit more on the bearish side when it comes to Cardano. I don't know exactly where I'm going to take profit, but as you can see, we're holding below, so hopefully the momentum continues to the downside. Let me see how my trades. I'll go ahead and show you guys the account. Where's the rest of my trades? Where the heck is my BTC short? Did something happen? I didn't get any notifications. Hold on. Okay. Oh, God. It's not showing all of my trades at the same time, though, which is pretty weird. Maybe if I shrink. There we go. Okay. I just had to move the chart around a little bit. So pretty much BTC ADA, 67% on BTC, 81% on ADA. Still holding BNB. Unfortunately, I did not take that short on BNB. ETH, 62%. So we're doing good. And also the fair desk trades. Where's fair desk? Oh yeah, we're up almost 5% on this account. So we're doing pretty good on the fair desk trades. Love to see it. All right. But besides that, I mean, let's take a look at KDA. Ooh, KDA is falling. What else? XRP. Oh, wow, XRP fell. If you guys are still holding that XRP short, congratulations. 56.27. That's the level basically where you should be macro shorting from. Let's see, Johnny. I recommend you, if you want to short while BTC gives potential setups, look more to coins which pump crazy, like risk to reward is better as ones ranging near the lows. I mean, is it really? I mean, I know where you're coming from, but based off of the momentum of BTC, you know, if things could get lowered back down, let's just say worst case scenario 15K, most likely everything's going to be dropping probably harder. But there's really no setups for me to take, to be honest, that I can see that's worth me taking. Like, I really don't trade small caps. I really don't trade. I really don't trade any significant amount of, like, I don't like to take too many trades as well. Like, I think ADA was a decent trade. You know, we were kind of, same thing with XRP. I'm happy I took that XRP trade that long off the table. Algo, there's really no setup, but I know where you're coming from. Are we bottoming in May 15th? I had no idea Metabot. I don't go really off of timelines. The only timeline I go off of, like I said before, is the Bitcoin halving. All right. Let's see. Let's do. This song is. Best page ever. Are you talking about channel? I do appreciate it if you're talking about me. If not, no worries. Let's see. Oh, let me look at CRV for beta bot. I'm sorry, I forgot about you. Oh, wow. All right. Did you take that short? Crypto slate. Oh, did I miss? Is he on YouTube? Or is it like a Twitter thing? Oh, you can't short? Oh, okay. All right, so if you can't short, I would have sold and just bought back higher. But if we do continue to fall, 79 cents is the next logical support. And then for me, 79 cents would be a good point to buy back in. Not financial advice, that's just my opinion. This is what I would do if I was trading a coin like this. It is a page, the best one. They sort coins and go deep into company, etc. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I mean, I really. I have to take a drink of water. So, I really don't look into stuff like that. I know it does appease some people. For me personally, what's most important to me is the money. Where's the money going? And there's not too many projects I really consider something I would put money into. The only coin that I've been actively putting money into is KDA, just because I believe that's where the money is going. I really don't care too much for the tokenomics. I really don't care for the projects. I really don't care for the network that much. The one thing that does entice me is the amount of miners that are, mining KDA. The fact that KDA was the top coin, if not the top 5 coin throughout the entirety of the bear market before. Now it's been fluctuating because of BTC was doing really well recently. So to me, there's a lot of potential in this coin, in my personal opinion, based off what I've seen. Guys, always do your own research, and I think that, to me, this is a moonshot. This is a moonshot opportunity for me. BTC Noir. Hi, Johnny. How are you? Do you mind going over your fair desk trades and how they differ from your Bybit trades? Many thanks. Oh, that's a great question. So, to me, my fair desk trades are going to be, I'm setting it up more as a swing account, right? So this is a little bit more advanced for people who maybe have a little bit more money to play with, or a little bit more of experience in this market. What I try to do is tell you guys, hey, if you guys are doing well, take your money and branch out into different styles of trading. Now, when I mean styles, I mostly talk about how you structure your trades. So I'm still using the ABC method when it comes to my fair desk trades. I'm just setting my actual setups a little bit differently. So I'm using less risk. Well, I'm using a little bit less risk percentage wise. I'm using much larger stop losses. And basically the goal with this is to allow, basically wait for much larger moves in price. For me, I'm going to try my best to keep taking this kind of the same setups. But because most of the time we prioritize larger setups in the market regardless. And for me, it's more about just structuring my trades differently. I'm also showing you guys what's possible on larger accounts, even when you're using less risk. So my total R&Rs are going to be a lot less, and I'm using less risk, but you guys can see I'm making a lot more money. You know, I'm only up, 4.6% on the account, but 4.6% of the account. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you guys can see that. It's $400 versus, something that's 10 times less. It's going to be, less money, same percentage. So I'm trying to show you guys like, hey, look, this is how I trade my macro accounts. This is how I would approach them. These are the types of setups I take. These are the results. Because I won't show the entirety of what I do. I'll give you guys a glimpse by having having an account with a little bit more money and playing with it, but I'm not going to show you guys my entire swing account. So let's see. Based on that page, I built my portfolio since 1 year. Coins like Ajax, etc. Money goes into tech, AI, computing, energy, robotics, gaming, big data. Yeah, I think you definitely have a point strong, P. I just haven't really looked into stuff like that. Maybe I will at a later date. But BTC Noir, that's the main difference between my fair desk trades and my Bybit trades, is that the Bybit trades are more, basically it's a more aggressive style of trading. I mean, I'm using higher risk percentages. I'm using less I'm using less of a stop loss percentage. But I'm still taking almost about the same setups. It's the same thing when it comes to how I trade, how I would approach a scalping account. So the scalping account is basically where I take a little bit of a smaller amount and I'm a little bit more aggressive with my trading as compared to my swing trade. So I'm trying to show you guys that it's kind of similar, but the actual setups or the actual trades themselves and how they're set up on the exchanges are different. That's the main point. That's the main reason why. And I've been trying to figure out an alternative exchange. I didn't want to have my swing account and my scalp account both on Bybit. So, like I said, I've been going back and forth with a couple different exchanges. Fairdesk was more than happily able to sponsor me and the channel, so I really do appreciate it. So, like I said, if you guys do sign up with the links, it does continue to support me, and it does allow Fairdesk to keep sponsoring me in the channel, which allows me to keep doing this. I really do appreciate the fact that I'm able to do this full time. There is going to be a point at some point, depending on how things change. I don't want to keep taking money in my account. I am a little bit, not as much as I once was, because of some of the things I do online, but I'm going to have to find a way to put money in my bank account without having to take out and having to live off of that, because I really want to save as much money as I can going into the next bull run. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. I know some people, people hear Kite talking about door dashing and stuff, and it's like, he's being smart about it. Same thing with me. Like, technically, if I really wanted to be safe, I would find a way to balance a job or find another job or do DoorDash while doing this. And I do plan on doing it at some point again. I just gotta get my car fixed. So as soon as I get some things in line, I will be definitely doing what I can to make a little bit more money outside of YouTube and crypto. What's up with what's the DXY up to? Let's look at the DXY. Surprisingly, the DXY has been kind of sideways. We are above a bullish pivot, so to me, even though we're under 103, which is like the macro pivot on a 2-day, we are currently above a more recent ABC, bullish ABC. So If we can get up and test 103, that'll be fine. If we go higher, fantastic. But as of now, we're currently holding below 103. So the dollar, technically, on a larger perspective, should not be looking good. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But in the more recent time frame or time setting, we are kind of bullish on the DXY. I need to find my phone. Oh, and also happy 420, guys. I will not be participating in this holiday. It's pretty funny. It's my grandpa's birthday today. Unfortunately, I don't have the best relationship with my grandparents. Both of my grandmothers died when I was young. And I never really looked at, I never really knew, because my dad's mom pretty much like ran away when she was young. So I don't know of anything on that side. And my grandpa on my dad's side moved to the West Coast when I was young, when I was like 10 years old, and I visited him like once or twice, but he kind of just said, you know what, I'm just going to live on my own. And he talks to family here and there. But he's a very, how do I say this? He's a very restricted person. Like, he doesn't like to talk too much. I can see that kind of goes into how my dad is. My dad's kind of closeted when it comes to just being quiet. Unfortunately, I did not get those genetics. I've been not vocal. I mean, I am reserved. Like, if you guys see me outside, I really don't talk to strangers. I'm not too social, but you know, hanging out with you guys, doing TA, doing crypto, doing YouTube is a little bit different. So yeah, it's his birthday today, so I figured after the stream I'm gonna give him a call, see how he's doing. I think he's turning 85 or 86, one of those. Yo, Johnny, can you take a look at Jasmine for me, please? I want to know what you think about this coin. Absolutely. Johnny would celebrate Hitler's birthday. Jesus, man. Happy 420. And yeah, that's another thing too. It is his birthday today, which is one of the reasons why I remember it's my grandpa's birthday. It's the combination of all three holidays. Well, that's not holiday, but all three events. Let's see. Happy 420. Got triggered into XLM and near. Was there bearish news yesterday? Employment characteristics in state job openings? I think so, Mark. To be honest, I haven't really heard anything or really, kept up on that. But let's take a look at Jasmine. All right. All right. The biggest trade I would keep an eye out on is this one. If Jasmine can get back above this 008326, that would definitely be a good point to short. Not financial advice, it's just something I would do. Besides that, even if I go to like a 2 hour, because of how choppy it is, there's no... Oh, hello. Let's see. Ali, thank you so much for subscribing, my friend. If you're here in chat, come say hello. Would love to meet you. But thank you so much for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. But for Jasmine, if BTC is going to dump, I ultimately would say the next level of support probably going to be that previous low. And that would actually give you a little bit of a different setup. I'm sorry, it would be this. So if we're below, if we can get back below and then reclaim this level, I'd definitely be a little bit more bullish. And ultimately, I'm looking for that to at least break the new high. This level is still valid, so just keep that in mind. If we continue to fall, the only other setup that sticks out to me is something like this. Now I know the 0 is not exactly where the 0 technically be here. But that's the largest separation in trend. So to me, this is all one A wave. From there, we did put in a B. Now, if we are going to, let's say, if we are going to break that previous low, most likely we have a higher probability of coming down and testing the bottom. I would say if we are going to test the bottom, we're probably going to put in a lower low, but same sort of scenario. If you can get a reclaim above, I would, consider a position there and then look for a push to the upside. But FBK Nismo, that's the only setup I would actually consider taking, or the only trades I would consider taking. In the long term, unfortunately, FBK Nismo, I really don't have an opinion on this coin. I primarily just look at the charts. The only I can say is that we are going to pump. There's a couple areas you have to keep in mind as we continue to push. I really don't know anything about this coin. I haven't really looked into it too much, so I can't give my opinion on it. I can give you my opinion based on what the chart looks like, but when it comes to any future or is dead, I have no idea, my friend. I'm sorry. Like I said, I just go based off what the chart tells me. Maybe I'll look into it at a later date off a stream, but I'm just going based off technical levels. Like I said, the only coin I kind of looked to a little bit into was KDA, but even still, I was more intrigued and more I was prioritizing the reasoning how it could get to those higher price points, why money was even poured into that ecosystem, the fact that KDA was doing so well mining. I really don't, to be honest, I really don't care a rat's ass about some of the tokenomics, the fundamentals, the marketing. I really don't care. To me, it's all about the money, understanding the potential of where something can go, and how I think KDA has a decent backbone to it. So my phone's been on do not disturb all day. So yeah, it's the BTC of Japan. Interesting. Never heard of it. I mean, I've heard the name, but I never really looked into it. If you guys have any questions for me, now's the time to ask, but we're just hanging out today. We got everything, we got all the TA out of the way. It seems like BTC is just, I could be wrong, but based on what I've seen, when BTC does stuff like this, it usually just ends up just like toppling over. It'll kind of just go sideways, maybe back up, but eventually it'll just keep going. I could be wrong. Try to think of another scenario where this happened. Saying something like this. I'm not saying that we're gonna do something like this, but what it kind of reminds you of. We kind of just dance, pull back, and then eventually just keep going. Same thing with this one. What is with this music, man? Same scenario here. We kind of just like dance, and then eventually put in a larger wick. Same thing over here. So I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but it seems like BTC likes to do something like this. So I wasn't gonna say anything, but this person did not want me to say anything, but I'm not gonna reveal too much of what it is. I might not have the biggest fan base, but some of you guys are absolutely incredible. Some people have reached out to me to say thank you, to kind of point them in the right direction, all that stuff. But there's a couple people out there who have asked me for, or at least wanted to give me gifts, right? I did this for Kite just because back in the day, because you know he really helped me out. He really pointed me in the right direction, so I sent him a little gift basket. Never thought it would be happening to me. And some of my viewers, or even, well, I would say there's a couple viewers that I know watch me, and you know, might go back and forth with me on Discord. Let's say have a lot more to play with than most people. So I take a little bit more time to kind of point them in the right direction, just to make sure they don't mess things up. I also have some people in my personal life that I know who have a lot to play with. I've helped them in the past, and same kind of thing. It's about, I do it because I want to make sure they don't mess anything up. And one of these people, like I said, I won't mention names, has apparently done very well over this past run. Like I said, I don't want to give details and all that stuff. We had a phone conversation, kind of talking about like what he was able to accomplish and all that, and it's absolutely incredible. So he's like, you know, John, I want to give you something as a gift, as like a thank you. And I fought him tooth and nail to say, no, it's fine, dude. Don't worry about it. Like, you know, you watch me, you watch the channel, you support me. You don't have to do anything else. I really don't. Like, anything else is extra. And he fought me tooth and nail, and eventually it's like, hey, I'm gonna buy you something. I want you to, because this person lives in another country. Like I said, I'm not gonna give too many names. I know a lot of my viewers are overseas, so it's not gonna really give away too much information. But I'm gonna give you this guy's number. He's in the US. He helps me out on certain things. Hit him up, and then he's gonna walk you through, but you're gonna get something in the mail. I'm like, I really hope it's not what I think it is. All he asked me was if I liked watches, which I kind of do. You know, I wear like my Apple Watch. It's a practicality thing. I have like one watch that I bought like years ago that I thought was pretty cool. I don't remember where it is at the moment, but I told him, yeah, watches are interesting. It's more of like an accessory for a nice occasion. And then you started going on about that, so I had a feeling what I was gonna get myself into, or at least getting as a gift. And he proceeded to ask me, but since we were talking about like accessories and occasions, he asked me what kind of suit, or like if I have multiple suits, or like, you know, do I have like a blah 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 blah, like wedding suit, funeral suit, wars, I have different suits, etc. I have a funeral suit, a wedding suit, and eventually I'll probably add more. But right now just those two. So he asked me what color is the wedding suit. I told him blue. He's like, okay, that's all you need to know. And yesterday, I got a box in the mail after talking back and forth with this guy, and I'm just absolutely blown away. I am absolutely blown away with what I got in the mail. It's something that it would take a lot in me to go ahead and actually buy something like this for myself. But like, I'm just looking at it. It's in my hand right now, and this thing is absolutely incredible. I really really have to like get myself a nice box for this, keep this in storage, because this is something incredible. I'm not gonna go ahead and show too much of it, but yeah, got a nice watch. If you can see what this is from a distance, you know. But this thing was something I would never purchase myself. Johnny hand of an anime figure. No, that was a good one. So I gotta buy a case for this. Unfortunately, it came with a card, so I know it's legit. Well, I'm getting the card in the mail at some point. I don't know exactly when I'm getting it, but the guy's sending over the card soon. I don't have a box. I gotta get a way to store this thing, but this thing is absolutely incredible. So if you like watches, I'm sure you'd appreciate it. Insane, man, insane. So thank you. You know who you are. I'm not gonna go ahead and say your name because I know you've fought me tooth and nail to even get to this point, and I know you want to be low key. So if you're watching, if not, you'll watch the replay of this. I do appreciate you, my friend. I'm definitely gonna be. I got a wedding to go to this weekend. I definitely will be wearing this. And yeah, this is incredible. It's not too often that I've never really. I've seen one of these in person, not like the same one, but I've seen one of these in person before. Oh, I just shook my entire desk. But the fact that I have one is insane. Cheers, Johnny. Happy Thursday. I hope all is good. Yeah, J Trader, we're doing well, my friend. You know, BTC price is dropping. You know, like I said before, I mentioned this in previous streams. As long as we're below 29,200, that's going to be a nice pivot. So for me, probabilities are to the downside. So as long as we're below that pivot, to me, I think we're going to be continuing further down. Now, there's a couple of supports we have to keep an eye on the way down. You know, 26,525. 19,530, 17,6, and eventually the lowest low, which is at 15,4. So those are the supports I'm looking for to go ahead and test on the way down. If we pump and we continue to move to the upside, eventually get stopped out, we can start talking about different resistance levels. But to be honest, that 29.2 is pretty much my last line of defense for shorts, in my opinion. If we cannot hold this without breaking significantly and we just continue pumping, I'm probably going to end up just waiting for a larger setup on a larger time frame, because I personally think that there's a lot of room to go to the upside if we can just, you know, maintain strength and continue to push the upside. So for me, those resistances are, you know, I said before, around 29,191, which are currently under. The next being 32,475. After that, 42,950. And then, you know, 48.52. But those two right now are the main ones I'm keeping an eye out on. If we continue to pump, 32K is the next level. If we continue to pump past that point, 42.950. So those are significant levels in my opinion. If we do not respect this ABC and continue downward further, I'm gonna have to just walk away. You know, let it run. I am in an ETH trade. I am also in a BNB trade. So for me, that's one of the reasons why I'm still holding it. I'm not letting it go because of the potential that maybe this is just a small pullback. Now, like I said, because of timing, because of everything that's going on, because of, you know, the state of the world economy, and also there's other things that play in a factor. I really don't take a lot of that into consideration. I will absolutely take the halving as a very crucial reasoning to why I'm not entirely bullish yet. But because of that, I honestly think this pump is either done or almost done, if it's not done already. So we'll just have to wait and see. True, halving's a real signal for a run up. Exactly. Once we get to about 6 months after the halving, that's when we can start to be very, very bullish. That's when I'll start trading breakouts again. And you guys, it's fun, to be honest. Trading breakouts, trading the old style was very fun. I do miss those days, so I'm excited to do that, but we're just not there yet. Looking always at stocks, sometimes breaking my head. I guess less charts better. Yep. In trading, Strong P, one of the biggest things I've learned is that more does not equal better in trading. More information on your screen does not give you better results. Even if it's looking at a bunch of different charts. That applies to charts, indicators, etc. More does not equal better in trading. I find that sticking to the information that's most important, aka what I see on my screen, which is the levels, the ABCs, trading those levels, those have, you know, produced the best results for me. Let's see. We got 23 people in here, 8 likes. Guys, if you like this video, I would appreciate hitting the like button. Really does help with the channel and get these videos out there a little bit more. So I really do appreciate if you guys would like the video hit, or if you're not subscribed to the channel, you're new to the channel, you want to learn more about me and how I trade ABCs and how, you know, I carry myself and, you know, as I navigate my way as a trader, please feel free to subscribe to the channel, tune into the live streams. I really do appreciate it. Yes, Warren Buffett said they take ones who keep it simple and prefer not to take the ones who think too much. In his words, we like to avoid very intelligent people as they tend to make really stupid decisions. Ironic. Exactly. Like in trading in this space, there's a reason why 95% of people fail. All right, it's because everyone thinks that they have the holy grail. Everyone thinks that these set of indicators using using this mixed with EMAs, with SMAs, this will tell me this and that. That's not the key, guys. It's what's gonna make you a successful trader. First of all, indicators lag. I'll fight anyone on that all day. Indicators are lagging. You will never get a true indication of how price is going to respond based on the indicator. I don't care what you say. 2, if everyone is using the same indicator or same sets of indicators, does it really mean it's going to work? Because guess who else uses those same set of indicators? Whales do. And sometimes whales and big players will use these and understand how people behave and trade off of them, and they will use it to basically fund their accounts and allow them to get in and out of positions accordingly, by creating areas of liquidity, starting larger price movements or reversals depending on certain things. So to me, because of that, I personally, it's not my personal opinion, it's my experience. All right, in my experience, what I've experienced over the past couple of years, messing around with different things, even if you are using indicators, right? Don't use the same settings that everyone else is using. Don't use the same strategy that everyone else is using. Don't be afraid to think outside of the box. Don't be afraid to kind of experiment, because you'll be surprised if you do things just a little bit differently, you can do a lot better. One of the examples I always like to give with the RSI. Before I was trading ABCs, I was using the RSI and trading divergences. But instead of using the 14, which everyone uses the 14 RSI, you get a bunch of this crap on your screen. You know, how are you supposed to make logical trading decisions off of this? To me, it's just too much. It's too much information. So what I didn't do, I forgot the person who did this, but whoever came up with this, shout out to them. This was a long time ago, but someone decided to play with the 250 RSI, right? And what this did is this gave you a more exaggerated version of price action and shows you where the true divergences were, right? And then Kite took it a step further and reduced it to 125, giving you a little bit more of a clear answer of what is important. So for me, this is an example of thinking outside of the box, taking taking an indicator that everyone uses, changing the settings, manipulating the settings, approaching it differently. And even with this, I was doing pretty well. So it doesn't have to be just ABCs. To me, ABCs have been the best thing that I've come across in my entire time doing this. But indicators, thinking outside of the box, changing things, changing settings, is going to carry you a lot further than following the herd. Let's see. As I code, I learned indicators are usually only 40 to 50% accurate. As the name says, they only indicate. But my system are outside of normal thinking, like multi-ABC asset correlation. Indicator, I use 144, level 46. Every asset bottoms on this level. Strong P. Oh yeah, if you're looking at actual levels, yeah. I used to trade like off of the 50 and all that stuff. I don't really do that anymore. But yeah, like I said, if you find a way to kind of think outside of the box using these tools, I promise you're gonna do a lot better. You know, it seems like Strong PU seems like you have a different way of approaching your trading, I definitely think you're gonna do a lot better than majority of people. So it's unfortunate. You know, a lot of people out here trade the exact same things, they use the exact same methods, the exact same indicators, the exact same bad habits, bad practices. You know, these, especially people on social media, I'm not trying to like call anyone out, but I end up always talking about this, but 95% of what's out there is garbage. Well, not garbage, but it's just the same stuff. Sometimes some people bring a little bit of a unique perspective. I'm not trying to say I'm the best out there. I'm not trying to say that, you know, I'm the greatest, you know, crypto trader of all time. No, what I'm saying is I do things a lot differently than most people. I achieve results because of that, and therefore you guys can see what I accomplished. A lot of people don't like that. A lot of people just like to see something that aligns with the way they think, and that's why some of these other YouTubers are pretty popular. I'm not gonna go ahead and call out names, but that's why some of these guys are pretty popular, is that they found a way to perceive and get people's attention and shining, like, you know, it's like shining, like basically holding out steak in front of a hungry dog. Like, the dog doesn't care about anything else but the steak. It's the same thing. These guys are finding a way to get people's attention, showing that, hey, you know, this is the key, this is what it takes to be successful, this is what you have to do, when it's just simply not true. And then eventually what ends up happening is, if people stick around, they end up finding channels like me or Kite. We find a way to reset their brain, reset the way they think, approach things a little bit differently, and if they stick to it, they end up doing pretty well. Let's see, Marty HC, can you please take a look at RNDR USDT? Absolutely. RNDR USDT. What's is Binance the most amount of price history? But yeah, going off of that tangent, like I was saying before, was, oh, that's a nice one. Oh, that is a very nice trade setup right there. Okay, so if we can get a slightly higher high, how's the coin? Let me check the Coinbase. Still didn't get there yet. All right, so wait, did it? Did it get that higher high? Oh, it did. It did. That's a fantastic trade. To be honest, I would take this. If I was able to trade, if I was trading this coin, looking to trade it, I would definitely take that short. You got the ever so slight wick. That's a very nice setup. That's why I said, Johnny, go for the ones that had a run up, better risk to reward ratio. Is this on Bybit? I don't want to take too many trades. I'm already in a good amount of shorts. What is this called? RNDR. Oh, it is on Bybit. Ooh, that funding rate's terrible though. You're gonna be paying a lot in funding. That's one of the things I look for. See, John, take a look at cannabis stocks. That's the name. Just cannabis? Oh my god. That description is absolutely hilarious. Cannabis stocks. Let's get high. Returns. Oh, that's so good. What the hell is this? Can you not? Zoom out. How far do I have to zoom out? Is there? Oh yeah, that's definitely an ABC if I've ever seen one. And then there's another. I mean, that's not the best example, but there is one here. So I would say those two are the most important pivots. Definitely the most important pivots. Let's see. Short squeeze should income. Yeah, that definitely wouldn't be. The fact that we're getting this low is pretty crazy. Europe will make it legal this year. Oh wow, that'd be pretty big. That'd be big news. But Marty, that was a fantastic coin. Same thing with this strong P. Definitely a good opportunity. All right, let's see. Johnny, I am short on Near. Should I be hedging long if price gets to 166? Let's check. Yes. Yes. The answer is yes. So I would play into potential of this happening. Yes, absolutely, Alif. Not financial advice, but this is what I would do. Basically let both positions play out. Whoever wins, wins. Something like that. Let's see. XRP has a long hedge setup I'm in right now too. Which one? If it's this one, are you like, did you get stopped out, or are you still, did you get, did you not get, oh, wow, I cannot speak. Or did you not get stopped out yet? If that's the one. Let's see. I'm not stopped out, but close. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you got to prioritize a larger structure, but doesn't mean that it can't happen. Doesn't mean that we can't pump. So, to me, I don't know. But I'm in that massive ABC short on XRP. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you'll be fine. Yeah. All right, Sol had a decent short entry. But if we can stay above, or sorry, if we can stay below that, looking pretty solid. All right, let's go ahead and play some Wordle. I do gotta get it. Well, I don't have to leave at a certain time, but I have to leave around like before 2:15. So by the time we finish, get off stream and get ready, it'll be around that time. If you guys don't know what Wordle is, basically we play a game where you have to guess a 5-letter word within 6 tries. I will leave BTC price action up on the side here while we're doing this, just in case we don't miss anything. All right, audio. Oh, just can't spell audio right. AUDIO. Oh, terrible. Place. Wow, that was a fantastic guess. Plate. 3 tries. There you go. That was probably one of the quickest games of Wordle I have ever played. Besides the one where I did it off stream, where it was on Thanksgiving. I literally was like, oh, it's gotta be feast. I typed in feast, it was done. I was in and out within 15 seconds. That was definitely the fastest that's probably the fastest round of Wordle we played on stream before. So thank you. Even though I did majority of it. Well, actually I did all the work, but thank you guys again for hanging out. All right, guys. Well, I thought it was gonna take longer, but it didn't. So on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and call it an evening. It's Thursday, so I'll let you guys know. I'll make a community tab post, but I will not be here on Sunday. Right? It's weird that I have to go to, there's a wedding on Sunday evening, but that is what it is. So I'm going to be not here on Sunday. But I will, if anything happens on Sunday, I'll probably stream Monday, but if not, regular schedule Tuesday. I'll find a way to maybe to make it up. We'll have to see. It really depends on how price does. If we start going crazy, yeah, I'll start streaming more often. But besides that, I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to Alif, Strong P, Marty. Who else is here? J Trader, FEK Nismo, Mark Z, Alif, Monk, if you're still here. Love you, buddy. Let's see. BTC Noir, Beta Bot, Clap Show. Yeah. So whoever's still in here, thank you guys so much. Really do appreciate it. Be good, be safe, trade smart, trade safe. You guys know I can go on a spiel on how many ways you can not mess up. But on that note, as Druther likes to say, keep it between the ditches. I don't know why that's such. Yep, there you go. Right on cue. Be good, guys. Have a good weekend. All right, enjoy. Hopefully we can come back to some nice price action here. But yeah, let's go ahead and do the thing. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, but I'm going to put myself above the channel sponsor again. No, I'm just kidding. Or maybe I will do that. Maybe that'll be my thing. Every time we leave, I'll hide behind the banner. Just Armand, see you later, my friend. Good to see you. Bye.